Last spring, I wrote a series of poems inspired by Petrarch, the poet from a long, long time ago. And he is obsessed with Laura, his beloved, who he's seen a couple of times, never consummated his relationship with, and spends an entire book called the Songbook, the Canzoniere, writing sonnets and canzones and sestinas to Laura. And I was kind of getting annoyed reading that book because I was sort of like, oh, Laura's a real person. Like, maybe I should write some poems from her perspective. But I don't know how to write about Italy many, many hundreds of years ago. So I put Laura and Petrarch, who I call Frankie, Francesco Petrarch, Frankie, I put them in Phoenix, Arizona, and the suburbs. And in 2012, and they're neighbors, they both have kids, they're both divorced, and they just have issues with relationships. So this one is called Laura at the Pool. Laura at the pool. Slather on the baby oil, readjust the shades. Here's what I do. Gather my tresses in one long braid. Then, no, I haven't learned my lesson. I wind it. Neighbor Frankie waters the orange bush. Neighbor Frankie waters the orange bush all afternoon. I braid, unbraid, I cannot help it. Oh dynamo, oh cherry fizz, oh oleander. I'm Klondike without the wrapper. This one's called Laura with a bottle of Pantene and a poster of Iggy Pop. Remember when she permed her hair in 1994? When it fell the length of her spine? When she leaned back, it looked like small stars exploding on a white sky. Laura in the garden. Bloom pink oleander until all I see are petals, trembling branches. You are the underside of a leaf, the cloud that frustrates the sun. When I bend to dig, to press a seed in the ground, you are the wind talking in tongues on my neck, the sweat that shifts from hot to cold, the secret life. And the you in this poem, I'm not sure who the you is. I probably should figure that out. But Laura watches TV. The secret life of rhododendrons, the secret life of mollusks, housewives, kitchen knives, the secret life of kites. Laura on the couch painting her toenails gold. Tonight the superstition freeway clogged past the 101. The TV sweet talks Laura to sleep, soft, softer, a moon all her own. Next door, Frankie does the dishes. Frankie cleans the garage. Frankie sits at his laptop, eating apple after apple after apple. Laura at the tattoo parlor. There is no way to draw the breeze, Oscar, her tattoo artist admits. Well, then put a cactus on my wrist, she says, and make it bloom. This one is called Laura at the Drive-Thru, and it has an epigraph from Iggy Pop, and Iggy Pop says, I'm driving to my star. And before I read this, I want to say some thank yous. My horoscope this week by Rob Bresney. I don't know if you guys read Rob Bresney, but you should. He said I should be saying thank you all week long, and so I thought this is the perfect opportunity to say thank you to all of you. I want to say thank you to Eileen Pollock, who called me on April 9th, 2011, when I was waitressing and making a cappuccino at 7:30 in the morning in Tucson. And she called, and she's like, calling from the University of Michigan. My life has been totally changed, and I go back to that call a lot, and I'm just so thankful. I want to thank my dad, who flew from Virginia today to hear me read. I want to thank my boyfriend, Chris, for moving to Michigan. Thank you. I want to thank my professors here, who mean so much to me. Keith, Laura, Linda, Lorna, thank you for being my poem inspirations. Thank you, University of Michigan. Thank you, MFA program. Thank you, Helen Zell. And I especially want to thank my cohort and you poets for just helping me revise so many of these poems and being such wonderful readers, and I'm just so thrilled to be in the same class as all of you guys. So I feel very lucky. So I'll read two more poems, and this one, like I said, is called Laura at the Drive-Thru. A homecoming queen and a shy quarterback sip the same milkshake in a high school of dreams. A butterfly and a bird pause outside the Circle K. Both are orange, both are unafraid. Remember when you weighed 100 pounds, saved stickers, lizards, ponies, castles, before your parents divorced, before your first tooth came in with a cavity, before you knew you had a mouth? Skin, fingers, milk, remember, won't you, before you were born? And this poem, my last one, is called What's New? And it's, the you in this poem is my aunt, Anna Allison. So, what's new? A small white tooth growing from a 6-year-old girl's gum. Green grass under dry yellow straw. A blackberry thorn in a brown bear's paw. In 1953, whatever Jackson Pollock was up to. Snowdrops, daffodils, tulips, the young robin's polka dots. Consider the crocus, purple blood on a bedsheet, the cactus blossom dripping pollen, the lamb and his perfect heart, the beautiful sun pushing the boulder away from the dark. What they don't mention, he smiled. He was smiling, but the light in his eyes was bright but wasn't blinding. A week after you died, I dreamed you came back. I left to find the ultimate little black dress, you said. Did you find it, we asked? Thank you.